What's going on, everyone? I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
And we're one half of the Broken Cork Bourbon Podcast, and you've stumbled upon our bourbon room. Jake, it's LE season, buddy.
Do you like sweets?
I like sweets.
Oh, we've got some chocolate covered caramels for you. Oh, no, sorry. That's Hard Truth chocolate covered, or chocolate malted rye and caramel malted rye, and not to mention their standard sweet mash.
Are you talking about the Master Distiller's Reserve Selection from Hard Truth Distilling Company in Nashville, Indiana?
I might be.
I'm excited.
Very close to IU.
Their basketball team's doing really good this year.
I don't know. I don't watch college ball. Or ball. In general.
So recently, Hard Truth Distilling Company has released their limited edition series, the Master Distiller's Reserve Sweet Mash Rye Whiskeys, and boy oh boy are they something special.
Sorry, I thought, are we doing the Sweet Mash 4, or are we doing the...
Oh, yeah, we're doing all these. They're sweet.
No, because, the OG Sweet Mash came out in batches. Which batch are we doing?
These are all batch ones, baby.
Oh, all right, let's get into this. I'm getting thirstier by the second, Dan.
So, little known fact to to everyone, Hard Truth has more than one rye whiskey mash bill. These were released this past November for all of us to enjoy, and we're here to review them for you guys because we love you. We're going to go down the line here. We have the malted rye, caramel malted rye, and, the chocolate malt. Just
don't even joke.
Calm yourself.
These are all going to be so good. That is totally biased. Just kidding. It's totally unbiased. I just know for a fact. We've tasted them before. He gave it to us right out of the barrel, so I'm excited about this.
Yeah, we were lucky enough in April when we went up to record our podcast with Brian to be able to drill a few of these barrels and taste each of these in their almost final stages, but honestly, as single barrel offerings, straight out of the barrel, and they were absolutely amazing. And there's a story to go along with one of them that I'll tell when we get to it. But first, we're going to unload on this wonderful, wonderful, beautiful 100% malted rye.
Did you say 100%?
100% malted rye.
I'm not usually a rye guy, but I'm really looking forward to this lineup.
We'll get hyped for it, baby. Let's
grab some nose.
Let's grab some nose.
And see, even for a rye, it does not smell that hardcore rye smell. Man. Like, even their Origins rye, that had a lot more rye on it than this did.
It did, but this
is just sweet.
This is so super sweet.
It's like brown sugar on the nose.
Do you remember when we tasted their new make at the distillery? How it tasted like a tropical fruit salad, mangoes and pineapples.
And Cool Whip all holding it together.
This kind of reminds me of that, but it has just this beautiful...
Let's quote the Wiggles. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy.
Let's not. So I really do enjoy this one. It has a lot of those like tropical fruit notes to me, but it is backed up by your
that
typical
hardcore punch in the face of rye.
Well, I wouldn't even say hardcore.
It's more like a handshake of rye, really.
The rye's there. It greets you like your parents on a weekend.
I feel like it greets me like my grandpa. A firm handshake, but for a fact that he was going to invite you in and feed you as long as you help him out with some stuff.
Man. All right, I'll be here smelling this all day if I don't put it in my mouth. So,
cheers to that.
Cheers, bud.
I could also quote Van Halen on this, but I'm not going to. Just looking at the glass.
So on the palate, the rye does come through a lot more.
But it's still very sweet.
It's very sweet, very gentle.
This is my kind of rye.
Well, you need to buy backups of this then.
I guess.
So, on the palate of these, I'm getting a lot of, honestly, like almost bourbon notes.
I know, it's great, right?
It's a lot of vanillas, some caramels, a little bit of that barrel. But you also get that just subtle hint of, hey, this is actually a rye whiskey.
I really thought you were going to stop on hay for a second. I'm like, where?
No. Hay, not hay, not hash browns. We're not into that. But yeah, it has those nice rye whiskey notes, that spice to it, a little bit of black pepper. I even get like...
It's got all the notes you love mixed in with all the notes I love. It's got all those black peppery baking spice notes. Do you know what this
reminds me of?
What?
It reminds me of Old Forester Barrel Strength Rye. But it's like...
Maybe Old Forester Barrel Strength Rye is actually a sweet mash.
I don't think it's the process. I just think it's the yeast strain with...
Well, they probably wouldn't disclose that information anyway on a single barrel. It's good. It's always good.
That's very good.
I've tried this several times. Well, not this specific bottle, but Hard Truth Sweet Mash Rye.
We're making an indent. But we got 2 more to go, so we're not going to...
I can look at a shelf and see 6 rows.
I have a lot of Hard Truth stuff. I love their stuff. Is that a problem?
No. As long as you can afford it, no.
Yeah, we're good. So...
I have a small little cabinet, and I'm just worried about my little 3-floor bottles, and I've got like a 3-tier shelf, and I'm like, God, where am I going to put all of them?
Well, this is the podcast library.
So I should really start bringing some stuff over whenever I'm really through with it, and get over here and just leave it.
Just leave it.
I've got a couple.
So I'm going to move on here. If you're
I'm done reminiscing. Let's move on.
So this is the caramel malt release.
Caramel is the truth.
Caramel is the truth. The hard truth on this one. I absolutely love the nose on this.
Why?
Hey,
pun?
I had to, man.
Because I said it. Because it hits hard. That's why.
Yes, it hits hard. You did this to yourself.
I kind of think of like a Starbucks Frappuccino, like a caramel.
Like a caramel. Yeah, it almost has a nose of a caramel Frappuccino. So, ironically enough, I don't often like to go off of tasting notes on bottles because I think it kind of manipulates it. It manipulates you. But tell me if you're getting any of this on the nose. So on the side of these wonderful bottles, it'll have tasting notes. So for this one, if I can get some light on it, notes of shortbread and vanilla on the nose. So shortbread vanilla. I can see it.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things too. I said caramel frappe. Now I'm like, I could see vanilla, but then again, that's all in that same sweet category,
Yeah. I'm sorry. Shortbread and vanilla custard. I cannot read today. The lighting. We need to get better lighting in here. But
we'll have to get like an overhead light.
Now let's go to the palate and see what we get compared to these tasting notes.
Got a nice burn with a good, cool sweetness.
Again, it presents that rye characteristic that you don't get on the nose.
You're drinking a barrel strength, but you don't really feel the burn of it.
No, not at all. These are very, very easy to drink.
If you think this is rough, throw an ice cube on it, dude. This would be like drinking an 80 proof all day for sure.
So with this one on the palate, you're going to get notes of rich caramel, mocha, maple, sweet cream, and rye spice. Yes.
That's pretty accurate.
That is very accurate. I don't really get the mocha.
I can see the mocha. On the taste buds, yeah. On the palate, for sure. But on the nose, no. But on the taste buds, I'm thinking like a Java mocha, it's not really like chocolate, but you're thinking coffee.
But it does have kind of to me, on the back end, it does have kind of like an apple-y, almost like a Granny Smith apple. For me, it's a Granny Smith apple. I don't know.
I'm kind of on the. I don't know if it's that, but it's like the caramel mocha train for me. It's like a Rolo.
Like a Rolo.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting over this whole cold thing.
No, you're good. I ate a lot of Rolos today.
You're welcome.
we were at work, and well, Jake decided to bring a giant bag of candy that had
That's what happens when you
in
have
it.
leftover candy and you keep looking at the Three Musketeers, and slowly the Three Musketeers start disappearing, and you start thinking, maybe I should get rid of this bag before it all goes away.
Yeah. So that one was really good, but
we have one more.
We have one more. And while we're nosing this one, I have a story to tell.
But first, we have to thank our sponsor.
Our sponsor?
The Thief, Fine Wine and Spirits in Walla, Washington. That's a really hard... Try saying that 5 times fast. The Thief in Walla, Washington. Fine Wine and Spirits.
We do want to thank our sponsor, The Thief, Fine Wine, Beer, and Spirits in Walla, Washington. If you're ever out on the West Coast, go and see them. They have one of the largest selections of wine, beer, and spirits in the state of Washington. Tell them the Broken Cork sent you, and, well, you'll get that firm Ron Swanson-esque handshake, maybe a high five, and, well, you know.
They'll have a poster of me at some point going, hey! Up on the wall.
I mean, I could talk to Brian and see if...
Well, you know my friendly face around here. People just seem to love me. I don't get it.
So, thank you very much to The Thief, Fine Wine, Beer, and Spirits for making this YouTube thing happen for us. We couldn't have done it without you all. A link to their website and all of their information will be in the description box below. But for now...
We're talking hard truth.
We're talking hard truth, and we're talking caramel malt. Or not caramel malt. I'm sorry. This is chocolate malt.
There you go.
So, this one... Alright, so random beginner YouTube mistake, forgot to charge the battery. So this is the one that comes with the story. Jake, if you want to nose and make faces and everything while I tell this story. While we were up recording at Hard Truth in April, like he said, we got to sample these straight out of the barrel in a unfinished form. Normally I'm not very...
Could you imagine an uncut, unfiltered of these?
This is what this is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, well, you know, just imagine right out of the barrel again. I want to do it like an old time. You just poke a hole and just stick your mouth off.
Like the drinking fountain.
Exactly, the fountain of youth out of a wooden barrel.
So normally I don't give like over the top reactions or anything like that, but this time was different. If you listen to that recording, kudos to you. If not, go check it out on iTunes or Spotify. It's our episode with Hard Truth Master Distiller Brian Smith.
We should really start memorizing these numbers.
We should. But this one actually made me smack the table. I believe I smacked the table and walked off saying, excuse my language, F it, I'm done. And... kind of come back, laugh a little bit, and enjoy this pour. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is the chocolate malted rye. I know you've already nosed it, but you know I gotta take a nose. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna need.
You can't get up and walk away from this table.
No, I can't get up and walk away from the table, but I'm gonna need a.
Thud.
Well, I'm gonna need an air freshener of this to put in my car. Like
say an under table pillow.
This is
Elijah Craig?
No, this is straight up just a gourmet coffee shop, like a obviously chocolate, but like very like mocha-esque characteristics on the nose.
Now I'll do this bit while you do the last one. Let's see if I can get it here.
Yeah, the label actually makes it kind of hard to read in our light.
Rye, corn, and chocolate malt bring notes of espresso, dark cocoa, and sweet cream to the nose.
Yeah.
Now, whenever you get done tasting it, I'll let you know what the tasting notes are because I want to taste it with you. I've already seen these, so I'm
sorry,
sure
but the tasting notes are just delicious.
Well,
like that's what it says.
Well, if we said that about everything, we'd be here all day.
Yeah, well, all right. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. I hate how accurate these tasting notes are, but that could just be me. Throw out a couple of notes. Let's see how good you are.
I'm getting exactly what I got on the nose with this one. I know that the bottle's going to say something different, but you know what? All palates are different.
It's weird how accurate it is.
I get that mocha. I get that espresso. I get that chocolate. A little bit of like vanilla in the background. Just think of the best latte that you've ever had in your life, and put it
like a brownie batter latte.
Yeah.
So you want to hear some of these notes?
Put that in a glass and stick a Hard Truth label on it with that Rye Whiskey 3 mash bill with chocolate malt. Let's hear it.
Good.
Let's hear it.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
I don't think you can handle it.
I probably can't.
Buttered brownie.
Okay.
That was the one I was like, that is so incredibly accurate. Like, corner piece of brownie.
Okay. Ooh, the corner piece?
Yeah.
Like that little almost cinderized corner?
That crispy edge with just a hint of gooiness right as that last, but yeah. Toffee.
Okay.
Rye spice. Mm-hmm. Dried fruit on the palate. And a finish of dark roasted coffee, pepper, and oak.
Yeah.
And you know what? I almost can't taste the oak. There's so much coffee and mocha going on.
There's a lot going on here.
And so much brownie.
Yeah.
I
often don't overreact when I taste something, but this is probably the greatest thing I've put in my mouth all year.
So, but the best part about it, we tried these as a single barrel product. We're trying these as a complete blended product now.
These are complete blended at cask strength. What's the proof on this?
107.
109.6.
Honestly, this has a lot less on it than an antique 107 does.
But it's so good.
Like not flavor wise, but as far as burn.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for one more, and then we'll.
Apparently, I've already gone for one more. This one's really empty.
Well, we're going for one more. That's really special. Man, I could just sit here and just take that in.
I'm gonna have to buy one of those
for hours. But we don't have hours. We have a few minutes. So,
which is a sad time.
With that, before we go into our final verdicts, I want to thank our friends at Hard Truth Distilling Company and Brian Smith once again for providing these to us at no cost for review for them.
For you.
And for you. You need to know about these. These are some of the best whiskeys coming out of Indiana right now. Indiana finally took the title of, the rye state.
The rye capital of the world.
Capital of the world. And they're coming out swinging with this one.
There are 2 distilleries in Indiana that are really putting out hard products. One has a hard-hitting product. The other one has a heavy-hitting product because it's not at Hard Truth. And it is also one of those things that if you find it, it's usually in a single barrel form.
And we'll get to that one in a future episode.
For sure.
So thank you, Hard Truth Distilling Company, for all of your support. We really can't thank you enough.
Seriously.
All of their information and their website will be in the description box below. And as always, if you're enjoying the content and you want to support us, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing, and leaving a wacky comment in the comment section below. Honestly, I want to know, have you had any of Hard Truth's products? And if so, what do you think about them? That would be
you can even ask where we got our hats. I'll be free to throw that out there. I don't care. You can ask where I got my hoodie because it doesn't say on it at all.
You got your hat in Tatooine.
No, I didn't.
It says Tatooine.
Well, that may be where it's from, but I mean, it also has a different thing on the side that tells me where I got it from.
So
it's weird.
So let's break these down. Purchase, pour, pass.
We doing both versions?
We're doing both versions as we always do. So let's just hit it off first with the Malted Rye, 100% Malted Rye. I'm going to purchase this one 100%.
Yeah.
The caramel malt.
Also purchase.
And the chocolate malt, I'm going to purchase in droves.
I'm going to purchase 2 of them.
I'm going to try and find a case of it.
Now then.
So,
because of this, we have come up with the other version of Purchase, Pour, Pass, which, like most grown men, you can pick one for each, but that's a whole different game. We're doing it the whiskey version.
Yep. So, Jake, which one are you purchasing? I think I already know.
The chocolate malted rye. See, whenever we tried these in a single barrel, I said the caramel malted was the best, and it has, after a blend, it has completely changed. The chocolate malted rye kicks the crap out of the rest of these. I'm sorry to Brian and Hard Truth, but this is too good to say that these are good. This is great. These are good. Great. Good. This is where it's at.
So for me, obviously, the purchase is going to be the chocolate malt. What is your pour?
Caramel.
caramel.
Yeah.
You know...
You going to say the regular hard truth?
No. We lined up again.
Caramel.
The caramel malt is my pour, and if I had to choose one to pass on, yet again, narrowest of margins, it's going to be the 100% malted rye. Even though
and this is batch 1, right?
Yeah, these are all batch 1.
No, just imagine if this was like batch 5.
If they're going to continue these.
If so.
I mean, I know that these exist. I just don't know what they're going to do with them.
This is a different mash bill, is it not? Mash bill 6?
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm so used to their regular. I forget that they do different mash bills. It's so crazy.
Hard Truth's just blowing your mind.
They really are, man. They're switching it up on me. I keep forgetting that they're doing stuff. They're doing a lot of stuff.
Like I said, they came out swinging with Sweet Mash last year.
They came out swinging with nails in their boxing gloves.
And this year, they just keep going. We're happy to be able to review these for you all.
But it's sad that our cups are empty.
Yeah. If you happen to be in a state with Hard Truth's products, go out and find one of these. I know they're available at the distillery right now and at all Big Woods restaurant locations. And hopefully stores are getting these as well. I can't say enough about these. Go try and find them. Try them for yourselves.
This is at your local coffee shop. Oh, no, sorry, that's regular coffee. This is at your local liquor store, but it tastes like a coffee shop. This is good whiskey. This is great whiskey. This is excellent.
They're all great.
They are great.
But for now, I think that's going to do it for us. We want to thank you again for sticking with us. Hit that subscribe button, like, and share, as well as throw a comment down below. And until next time, guys, I'm Dan.
I'm Jake.
Reminding you,
keep your bar stocked,
your glasses full,
and your mind
on the pulse of America's national spirit.